Hey guys, it's Liam Caddison here, who's ready to start season 8 of Charmed, the final season. Here we are. I'm excited to go. Where I'm at currently, there's several episodes left to go. I'm excited to get through this journey with you guys because, it's been a show that has meant a lot to me. And by the time we do conclude this, I imagine we'll be close up to, 3 years since we started Charmed? I think it is. So, yeah. Absolutely crazy, and it's been a wild and amazing ride. But here we are. So, of course, if you want to check out my reaction to the first episode of Charmed, Season 8, the link is in the description below, as well as the comments, as well as the fact, and this is a very, very, very urgent notice. So if you're watching this like a week later, then obviously this section will be invalid. But of course, also in the description and the comments below is the link for the Charmed replacement. You guys have 1 week left if you haven't voted. Like I said, by by February the 1st, I guess you could say, the voting will be closed and a winner will be determined, I guess. So yes, if you're watching this between the 25th of January 2025 to the 1st of February 2025, the voting is still open. Anytime after that, yeah. So yeah, go and vote if you haven't already. It is very, very imperative. But yes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the reaction of episode 1, season 8. Leave your comments below to express your thoughts, especially since we got a new character into the mix. But also to give the algorithm a bit of a push. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys take good care of yourselves. And until the next time, toodles!
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this season will progress over the course of all over the course of this season, with not just the Charmed One's plans, and of course them trying to keep themselves in a little bit of a low light, but Billy as well. I am very intrigued to see or follow her story. Curious about how we haven't heard of her up until now, because I don't know, she could have just moved here recently, but it does seem like I don't know, that she has made a couple of friends, or a couple of people do know about her. It's not like she just strolled in and be like, well, I heard the Charmed Ones are dead, so it's my turn to keep those demons at bay, really. So yeah, but yeah, it was kind of badass. Yeah, the wig might be overdoing it and all of that, but yeah, she does have that kind. I am really curious to see how it all came about and all of that, in terms of her arriving here, taking care of demons, and how long she's been doing this and all of that. So yeah, but it was kind of fun. So yeah, but of course there are going to be curiosities in regards to Billy's character, and yeah, so but I that wasn't really the focus with this episode. It was more so, well, here's a character to watch, so be prepared to get to know her in the future and all that jazz. So yeah, 2 seconds, just charging my phone. I forgot to do it whilst I was watching the episode. Anyways, yeah, it was more so the writer's way of, I guess, kind of assuring us, because I did have certain worries coming into season 8, and I'll get onto that in a moment, but it was assuring us, okay, well, here's a character you're going to focus on quite a bit for this season. Just a little introduction, and nothing too grand and all of that. I say nothing too grand, she was absolutely killing it when it comes to the demons and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, it was pretty great stuff to focus on where the sisters were heading in regards to what to do now that they're dead, really. Because Paige feels completely well, there is that kind of lost feeling and all of that, and it doesn't help that there is the ringing in her ear, of course, about potentially Billy needing her. So yeah, but also with Phoebe, she's having a bit of a crisis, really, because of the fact that well, she can no longer work at the Mirror, and she walked in and saw everyone mourning for her, even Elise calling her that the daughter she never had. I don't know if that is a bit of a stretch or anything like that, but I mean, like there was a lot of there was a lot of praise, and there was a lot of there was a lot of love being shared, and it's just like, you know, being that ghost watching everyone mourn you, and but the fact is everyone is able to notice, like, well, Phoebe's there, but they don't know it's Phoebe. There were moments where Phoebe nearly let her guard down in regards to, you're not playing the part, Phoebes. You're not playing the part. So, yeah, but, yeah. And then there's, of course, Piper, who's having second thoughts in regards to ditching who she's meant to become. So, but it's interesting, though, because obviously with Piper, there is that kind of situation where, you know, long ago she would be one of the first ones willing to ditch this, and now she has this opportunity to break free, but she can't help but shrug the idea that she has to go, like, there is this you know, whole idea of fulfilling you know, this destiny and all of that. So I mean, Paige has to, really. She can't ignore the calling, and yeah, I mean, it is a pretty tough battle when you've finally got that moment to, you know, have peace. But sometimes, you know, I guess, yeah, as it was said in this episode, sometimes you just can't get what you want, and sometimes, you know, whilst you would love to look forward to, you know, putting your feet up and all that jazz, it might not come around to that. So, yeah. But yeah, we even had Grams as well, who made an appearance trying to help more so Paige out in this episode. So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty fun stuff. I gotta say, though, I was like low-key disappointed. I mean, it makes sense, of course, especially since this is still a way for them to kind of take care of business without exposing themselves. But I was kind of sad when the confrontation with Wyatt, I would say, turned out, it was actually Piper. So yeah. That would have been so incredible. I mean, yeah, it would have been quite illogical. Like, what is this, like, shift? Like, how is he this powerful now? I don't know. There would just be something amazing about Wyatt just clearing house. I just needed to see that, but yeah. Yeah, I was a little heartbroken, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, the reason why Haas is not, you know, calling it quits, taking the L, is because he knows, yeah, this is definitely the charmed one. So, yeah, Paul Haas, yeah. Yeah, that's it though. Otherwise, he knows that charmed ones are still out there. Otherwise, I would have just taken the advice of, just call it quits. You just got your ass kicked by a bloody kid, a toddler. And there would be no coming back from that, so... but again, he knows, so there is that. But, yeah. I mean, obviously, when he introduced himself to Victor, I had a feeling that he was something more than just a salesman. I mean, his pitches in hell might work, or in the underworld might work, but, you know, above the surface, not so much. So, yeah. Although I was getting also bad vibes when it came to Victor in regards to survivability. it does work so well if you take out the dad. That's really going to have the Charmed Ones fall into the trap, because they would have to drop their facade, especially when it comes to what, like, who's going to look after Wyatt now? Who's going to look after... I mean, yeah, they were posing as cousins, but I mean, it's not just the demons that are keeping an eye out on things, but also the elders. You had that elder approach Victor, but not so much in terms of, because I guess they believe that the Charmed Ones are dead. I would have thought that they would have known, but whatever, I guess. But yeah, they like, they were trying to take Chris and Wyatt away from Victor, and Victor was not having any of it. As soon as he said, "Over my dead body," I don't know. I mean, to be fair, my trust in the elders is like nothing. So, I wouldn't even trust them to look after a bloody plant. That's how reckless they are. Anyways, no, when he said that, I was low-key breaking it, because I mean, I don't know. The death flags for Victor are pretty high at this moment, just because it would be an absolute, like, he is in the middle of this whole shebang. I don't want him to die, but he's in the middle of this whole shebang for both elders and demons. And it would just be a really, really great way to, you know, kind of draw them out into the open for the demons, but also for the elders, in order for good to prevail. Oh, well, you know, they would be much safer with us. So, of course, they also believe Leo's dead, but it doesn't matter, because Leo's mortal. So, and you know, they're not really fussed about Leo, to be fair. But yeah, it was just really interesting stuff, this first episode. So yeah, like I said, it will be very, very interesting to see what will happen in regards to the Charmed Ones and their undercover identities. So yeah, like I said, though, and this is what I wanted to talk about, I am glad that they went the route they did in terms of, okay, well, we can have a spell where basically everyone who we love, or everyone, I guess, that is family, I mean, they weren't wrong and all of that, but they will still see our real selves, but the rest of the world will see there is this perception filter that they've placed on the rest of the world, barring family. And like I said, I am glad that they went that route, because my main worry coming into this season was, okay, so either we're not going to have too much of the Charmed Ones or whatever over the course of this season, because the world thinks they're dead, and well, they can't go around doing their usual protective duties and all of that in their, you know, I guess, fake forms and all of that. So, and they did talk about, which I guess is now Billy, someone to, you know, we can prepare someone to basically carry on our work. But yeah, my main worry is that we weren't going to see, you know, Alyssa, Holly, and Rose too much because of the forms that they have taken. Even if their characters were incorporated a good chunk, there is that worry that we wouldn't be seeing those three as much, just due to the whole glamour effect. So when they came up with that idea in terms of making the rest of the world, apart from family, you know, see their fake forms, that made me happy, because it quelled any kind of worries, I would say. So, yeah, obviously there's still a bit of a, you know, hand tied behind their back in terms of not wanting to expose themselves too much, but either that's going to get, you know, washed away in a few episodes, or yeah, we'll just have to find a way around it. So yeah. But what is going to be very, very interesting is Billy's story, and again, how have we not seen her before and all that jazz? And yeah, because, you know, she does like, she's different gravy, I would say, and I know you can't really say too much, seeing like a few moments of her. But the aura that she does bring, it's different gravy in my opinion in terms of, she does certainly act different to, the Charmed ones and all of that. So, it'll be exciting to see her story pan out, but interesting stuff. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Meaty Feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.